What's up, guys? It's Quicksilver here, and let's see, I guess today we are going to finish up the bakery down in the basement underwater wheat farm area, whatever you want to call that. Um, and yeah, I guess before I go down there, though, I wanted to point something out that some of the more observant of you may have already noticed. Um, huh. There is a ring above my iron golem farms, and the reason for that ring, just to let you guys know, is I am trying to prep the base for 1.7. And I think that's the only water that I need to be concerned about. This water is all covered, is all I guess covered, doesn't have access to the sky. I did a little, I guess, a supplemental video talking about ice in 1.7 and ways that you can keep it from freezing. Again, I will call it out because it's maybe a pretty big deal to some of you guys if you have water if you're using water in your worlds and you happen to have built anywhere remotely high. If it's exposed to the sky and it's above level 90, when you go to 1.7, it's going to turn into solid ice. Your source blocks are going to turn into solid ice. So if you protect those, which is what the ring up here is doing, then it should keep everything protected from turning into blocks of ice. The way I was able to get up there and here, just in case you guys are curious, was I just dirt block pillared up here, ran over there, and then dirt block pillared up to there. So, I don't know, in the case of an iron golem farm, if it did happen to freeze, I have enough torches up there that might actually keep them from freezing, but I'm not entirely sure, and I really don't want to find out the hard way. Just thought of something else here I'm going to look at really fast while I'm in the neighborhood, is this water right here. Man, I think that's going to be okay. I think that's covered. Yeah, there's, duh, I can just look up, swim in here and look up. So yes, okay, I have blocks above this, so this water should be safe. I shouldn't have to worry about it turning into ice blocks or anything like that. And then the same thing, actually, cool, you can see from up here. There's probably enough torches that those things wouldn't freeze, but just to be safe, I did go ahead and throw the rings up above it as well. So just something to be aware of if you guys have any builds that are above level 90 and you're using water, make sure you do keep that stuff protected. Supplemental video talks about a couple ways you can do that. You can cover it with half slabs like I've done, so I don't have to worry about mobs spawning on top of it or lighting it or anything. If you put torches right next to it, that should keep it warm enough that it won't freeze. And also, alternately, if you want to, you can put glowstone underneath it, and that will keep it from freezing. So anyway, some options for you. Check out the supplemental thing if you need to. I think I may have done a little preview of the texture pack and some of the stuff in there as well. I'm not using the snapshots yet or 1.7. Getting close to it though, starting to think about it, but obviously I have not as of now. So let's see, I guess on to the bakery. Couple of things. I've done a little bit of work down here since the last video, and I just wanted to kind of update you guys on what's going on. The chicken that I had in here was really pissing me off. I'll just say it, man. I didn't have the little half slab in here, and I forgot, man. Hoppers are a little bit glitchy. I guess I don't know if they're glitchy or not, but the chicken fell down through the hopper, and somehow he glitched underneath it, and all the eggs that he was laying were actually just popping out on top of here. And I think seeing 14 eggs in here is a good sign. That means that I think the hopper, because the half slab, the hopper should pick up any eggs that he drops through it. And I think there were only 13 in this box. I threw down some extras that I had from trying to spawn the chicken. So I think that's where, I think our extra egg that's in there came from that guy. So that means our egg system is working down here. As you can see, cocoa beans, we've got out the yin yang. Our sugar cane is growing over here. But the real thing I wanted to show you guys is the cow cart return system that I've built down here. First of all, I'll show you how it's going to work. I've thrown this little stones not button, I forget what you call these, pressure plate, stone pressure plate down over here. And what I'll do is I'm going to put a full block here. I tried it with just with a set of backward steps, and I thought that would work, but it's causing some issues. For some reason, the minecart doesn't want to push off it, so I will just go ahead and put a full block in there, which should still be fine. Looks fine. I've already goofed around with it, but it works, which is the most important thing. Obviously, I have my powered rail here. These guys are just turned on all the time, and you'll see why in a minute. And then back here is where our cart hangs out. Underneath it, there is another one of these guys, but it is currently powered off. The glass that's in here is to make sure that our cow doesn't jump out or anything like that. It should keep him back here. This is a little 1x1 area for him. So he should be stuck back there, but he'll move through it when the cart pushes through, unless they change something with cow mechanics, in which case I may go cry, and you guys can make fun of me. You have my permission, as if you needed it. So anyway, what happens is I have this little guy right here, And when I step on it, and I'll show you the redstone for this in just a moment, it's going to turn this one off, and it's going to turn on the redstone that's back there behind the behind our minecart. And actually, I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to just throw down a full block here so we can actually send it back as well now that I've shown you that. So when I step on that, it calls the cart, and that's why I have those two powered rails there, is it just doesn't quite have enough juice for whatever reason to push off and get all the way here. So in this case, our cow would be here. We'd pull out a bucket and milk her, and then as soon as I get off of this, it's going to power this redstone, or the powered track rather, that's underneath the minecart, and it'll shoot it back, and it turns off the redstone that's in the one back there, so it'll stay back there and not just bounce back to us. So that is the system, and I forget where I learned this. Oh man, I did not mean to do that. Yeah, you're going back. I think it might have been something Monkey Farm did in like his second world or something. Might be where I saw the concept for this. I'm not sure if this is how he has it wired up, but it's pretty simple stuff. Basically, I've just got a torch underneath that powered track, and I have a redstone. Well, there, I have the torch that I just said underneath that. Then underneath the pressure plate, I'm struggling with my words, guys, I have a full block. Same here. If you have half slabs, the power will not transmit through them. They only transmit through full blocks. So I've got a full block here with our pressure plate on top of it, which sends power out of here. So when we step on that sucker, it sends power into this block, which turns that one off, which then obviously turns that off. So as long as we're standing on that, that thing has no power, which means when a minecart hits it, it acts like a brake and stops it. Then since this block has power in it, I'm using a redstone repeater. Wouldn't matter if you put delay on it or not. I have no delay on mine. I guess if you really want to, it would just slow down when that minecart would come shooting out to you. Anyway, so when that block gets power, it powers this guy up, which sends power into this block, which is really just to invert the signal. So I've got a torch on here, and then this is always on, and it powers this block, which unpowers this torch, which you can guess on top of the block above the torch is where the other powered track is that we have our minecart resting on right now. So long story short, when we step on the pressure plate, what it's doing, it does two things. It turns this one off, so it acts like a brake, and then it turns this one on. So that's why the minecart comes shooting out from way back there to all the way up here, and that's why when we get off of it, it does the exact opposite. It takes away the power that's making all that stuff happen, and it turns the cart back off, so it sends it back. So that is how that works, and I'm actually going to call this sucker up here, because the next thing that I've got to do is going to be a little sucktastic, because I got to get a cow in that thing. So I'm hoping that I can just grab some wheat, which I was going to say I don't have. I got to go up and get, but that is about the stupidest thing I've maybe ever said in here. I'm going to grab some wheat from here, which obviously this thing has been going gangbusters for me, guys. It is unbelievably cool. I highly recommend building one. And the fishing thing is kind of cool too. Just, I don't know, it's kind of a passively cool thing. I'm hoping I enjoy it more when 1.7 comes out. I know you can fish up cool things. I know there's a couple more fish, which I'm not too excited about, but I saw on somebody's video that I was watching online, you can actually fish up name tags. And name tags I am excited about, because it would be nice to be able to name some of my critters around here and stuff like that. So anyway, I'm going to go ahead and get a little bit of sleep, and then see if I can't go out and find a cow, lure him back, and take him down there where I can make him sit in a minecart from here to eternity and be my cow-like slave. So I'll go see if I can't go find one, and I will be right back. Alright guys, that was a quick little interlude. It just so happens I came right down the steps, turned the corner, and I happened to see a cow chillaxing right over here with his little pig. So I'm going to head over here and see if I can't get that guy up here somehow or other. I gotta find a good path for him. I usually jump around over here, but that's not going to work for him. So let's see, that should give me a way up here. Yeah, I think that's going to work. Aw, look at you, already heading over here, aren't you? You need to get out of here, pig. Oh, you're not going to care, because you don't like wheat anymore. Sorry, just smacked you in the face with cobblestone. That's kind of crappy. It's not very PETA friendly. Come on, let's go, bossy. Alright, come on. I know you're dumber than a box of hair, but let's go. Come on. I guess, who's dumber than a box of hair, the cow or the guy talking to it? One must wonder. I don't think it's going to be too tough to get this guy down, at least into the area where I need to get him. The challenge I might have is trying to get him into the minecart, so we'll see. Come on, pal. Alright. Don't scare my dogs, buddy. Don't scare my dogs. Yeah, bark at him. That's right, buddy. I guess I'm going to take him down this way. That's how I come down the stairs. Man, maybe me and this cow are more alike than I thought. Okay. Well, let's go. Alright, well, you probably don't want to hear me do baby talk to a cow for the next couple of minutes, so I'm going to go ahead and just go off cam here. I'll get this guy down there. And, actually, you know what? No, I'm not, because we're almost there anyway, I think, at this point, yeah. Yeah, look at you, you bastards. They've been escaping, man. I'll tell you what, Mojang claims that 162 or whatever fixed the issue with the animals getting out of their pens, but I'm going to say it didn't, because I've had more freaking sheep get out of their pen than I care to admit, so... Alright, come on, we're almost there. Let's see. I hope she'll fit through here, man. I think it fit through a 1 by X area, right? Yeah, sure you can. Just don't fall into that minecart area there. That's all I need. Get her stuck in that thing. Stay out of the minecart elevator. Yeah, come on, baby. Come on, baby. Nah, good deal. Now, I think the trick to this is I'm going to basically go... Oh, man, you know what? She's going to fall into where the redstone is. Hopefully not. Okay, I'm going to try and see if I can't race around here behind here. And she'll hop in. No, no. Alright. Alright, let me give this some thought, guys. I think I need to cover this... need to cover this hole up. See if I can't figure out. Maybe she can come down here. Come here, you. No, you idiot. Bad pathfinding cow. Alright. That's kind of odd. I guess she doesn't recognize the half slabs as a place where she can actually go. Oh, man. Alright. Alright, guys. Well, I'll figure this out, and I'll try and get her into the cart. I think what I'm going to do is I'll probably try and get her on the tracks, and I'll just try and shove the cart into her, but I got to get her up here first, huh? That sucks. I got to break these blocks. It's my penance for screwing up and getting her in the hole, right? Come on now. There we go. Up you go. No, what the hell? You know, it's weird. I think it's just bad pathfinding on the part of the AI. What the hell is it doing, though? Alright, I'm going to get this dinked with, and like I said, I'll get her to stand on the tracks somehow over here, and then I'll just shove the cart into her, and that's how we'll get her in there. So, I'll be right back. Alright, guys. I got her out of the hole. She's standing on the tracks. Let's see if I can make this happen. Oh, yes, we got her. Okay, excellent. Alright, yep, and then she's getting sent back. Ooh, that's not good, though. She took damage from the glass. Maybe I should pull that out of there. I think I'm going to do that, because I didn't like the fact that she took damage. If I don't do that, then she's going to get killed over time. So, hopefully she'll stay in her little pen. I don't like that, but I guess that's my only real option, right, guys? Okay, I'll do that for now, and I'll send her back where she belongs. Keep going. Come on. That's going to drive me crazy every time I step on that thing. So, alright, I'm going to go ahead and get my blocks that I need now, and I'm going to wall this thing up and make it look purty. Okay, I don't know why you came back this time, but back you go, stupid. What the hell? Alright, yeah, I gotta look into this, guys. There's... Oh. Okay, I just did something bad here, because that should not be on right now. So, alright, I'm gonna go look at that, and I'll be right back, guys. So, I've tried a couple of things here. I'm not really sure what to do. This setup used to work. First thought that I had was, well, maybe the problem was that my cow was hitting this thing too fast and it was bouncing off the wall. So I went ahead and I made this double thick, rewired this thing a little bit so that this one is now what controls it, and this one just kind of slows it down and acts as a brake. Still had the same problem. So then I tore out this thinking, well, maybe it's because he's a too wide mob, he's facing sideways in here, so maybe he's getting stuck in here, and so the game doesn't know what to do with him, so it's sending him back. But I think we've got a real potential issue here, and I'm not sure why, because that is off. And if you look at this guy, instead of acting like a brake, he's just bouncing off the unpowered power tracks. So I'm not sure what the dealio is there. I really thought that when those things were powered off, they were supposed to not do this, which is ridiculous. They were supposed to act as a brake. So I'm not entirely sure what to do. I may have to put my thinking cap on this one and kind of come back to it. But yeah, okay. So in the meantime, maybe I will just suffer with having a cow kind of sitting here. We'll just trap this guy back here since I have him here. And I'll just have to put up with listening to a cow down here. I guess it's not that big a deal because I can hear animals from up above anyway. But yeah, apparently this guy's just got kind of a yo-yo ride. He can keep going forever, and that really kind of ticks me off, but I'm not really sure what to do about it. So I think since I can't beat him, I'm not going to worry about it. So, alright, I guess in this case, since there's not really much more to say about this, I guess I will just go off camera here. Once this guy bounces back, I'll get out of here. Poor thing's going to get motion sick. Yeah, that's really weird. And he stops here. I wonder, maybe you can play around with that. Maybe it's because he's hitting a solid wall. I wonder... Because when he comes to here, if I pretend that I called him and he comes up here, boop, he stops. And that's an unpowered track right there. So let's chop a hole in the wall and see what happens. See if maybe he'll perceive that as a reason to stop. Nope, doesn't look like it. Which, yeah, why would he, since this was making him bounce off? Yeah, I'm not sure, guys. I'll have to, maybe I'll do a little research on this and try and figure out what's going on, but that makes absolutely no sense to me at all. So, alright, yeah, I'll go off screen, or off cam here and see if I can't figure it out, and if not, I'll just come back and we'll just have him trapped up there. So, I'll be right back. Alright, guys, I think I've got this licked. I actually recorded this thing. I kind of threw my hands in the air and said, forget it, I'm not going to be able to solve this, and just kind of chucked it all. But I figured, you know what, if I do that, this is a really crappy episode for you guys, because it's basically watch me try and put a cow on the track and not be able to do it. So anyway, I figured out a solution to it. How often the simplest solution eludes. Here's what happens now. I've pulled the tracks up here just so I don't accidentally send them this way. Actually, that needs to come out because that's where the power track will need to go. I guess I can throw that back in. The way that this thing works now is we'll send them back down here and into this little loop. And what I've done is, instead of powering a powered track underneath here, which was causing the back and forth crap when it was unpowered, the torch is actually on, right underneath this thing, and it's on, which causes it to be making this little circle. But when I step on that thing and it turns it off, it flips this track so that it sends it onto here. So if I go ahead down here now and we do that, then when I pop on this little sucker, voila, we get cow. He stands here for a couple seconds, we get off of there, and voila, he pushes off. And he goes back here and does his little merry zigzag in the circle again. The only thing that I noticed with this, if you can, obviously you can tell this room back here is ugly. I'm not sure if I'll come back here and clean it up or not, since I can't see it at all from down there. It's kind of one of those out of sight, out of mind things. I know I can see this little edge right here, but I found, actually this is the second cow. The one that I showed you guys before, let's have a moment of silence for, actually passed away. It was tragic. When I was sending her around, when this thing kicked over here, I guess she was nicking the corner of this thing and she took just enough damage to kill her. But I think by clearing this room out like I have now, there's nothing that this guy should hit, so he should be able to, or she should be able to just continue to go round and round perpetually forever and ever until we need her. And then we will hop over here, step on that, get our milk, send her back, not worry about her or think about her, or more importantly not hear her. And as you can see, I've already milked her. Actually, that's from her predecessor that I've milked. But yeah, that gives us what we need there. So I think I can almost call this bakery done. I think the only thing that I have left to do now is I do still need to automate the harvesting of the cocoa beans, which is really kind of a vain thing on my part, because it's not like this is a real pain in the ass to do. But, you know, this is Minecraft. It's all about unnecessary things, right? So I think I'm going to go ahead and I'll check the length on this video. I know we're not super long. Yeah, actually, there you go. You can see the remnants of our last cow. I know this video is not super long, but I have a ton of stuff still to do with the texture pack and all that in prepping for 1.7. So I may call this a video again, depending on how long it is. So let me go check that briefly, and I will be right back. Alright guys, so I guess I just checked the time on this, and I think we are kind of pushing a little bit, so I'm going to go ahead and call this the end of the video. So yeah, if you liked what you saw, which I hope you did, so since I finally got the damn thing to work, then please leave a like. If you are not already subscribed, please subscribe, and I will show you how to build stuff like this and hopefully even more interesting stuff. So anyway, I will let you guys go while I deal with the ticking here, which is lovely fun. But such is the wheat farm. Anyway, yeah, I guess next time we'll go ahead and we will try to automate the cocoa bean farm and get that all set up. So I guess in the meantime, there, now the ticking is stopped, I can continue to talk. Like I said, please leave me a like if you liked what you saw, and subscribe if you're not already a subscriber, and I will catch you guys next time.